Good afternoon, Josh Lamecker, agronomist, Golden Harvest. We're out here in Alberta, Minnesota today. We're standing in front of our Agronomy in Action plot. This plot was planted May 1st. Today is July 9th. We're actually down into our technology block with our soybeans. A couple of weeks ago, right before the 4th of July, probably 10 days ago, there was a lot of herbicide applications going on. Everybody was getting dicamba sprayed before the deadline. And now we're starting to see some of the effects. So out here behind me, we've got dicamba tolerant or the extend tolerant soybeans over here on my right. And on my left, we have the 2,4-D, the enlist tolerant soybeans. And we're gonna go out, we're gonna take a closer look at and see just the differences in the growth regulator damage on these products. And I think we can tell that one of the products is a little more detrimental than the other. Okay, so I'm sitting in between two different technology platforms. On this side of me here, these beans are nice and lush, and the only difference between this bean and this bean is the fact that this bean on this side is able to tolerate the XtendiMax herbicide program, and this soybean over here is the Enlist 2,4-D program. So I came in here and purposely sprayed on top of these beans with a hand sprayer. I sprayed 3 rows on each side of me. So with the dicamba tolerant soybeans, I sprayed 2,4-D on the first 3 rows, a 1,000th of a spray solution. So it'd be the equivalent of having a 1,000-gallon sprayer, and if you had 1 gallon of spray solution left in that tank, and you went in and started spraying soybeans that were not tolerant to it, and vice versa on the Enlist traded soybeans, I came in and I sprayed right on top of these beans with dicamba directly, 1,000th of a spray solution. And you can see just the total difference how the dicamba growth regulator is continually affecting new growth, and the 2,4-D is only going to affect the old growth, and the beans eventually will just grow out of it. So if we look at these beans directly in front of me, so substantial growth differences, and so the dicamba did move a lot further into the soybeans, and we'll take a look at that also. But the 2,4-D was a little more stable product, and the beans seemed to tolerate it better. And if you get up close and look here, we've got just a little bit of damage on the old leaves, but all of our new growth is showing really good health and no signs. But if we look at the bean, the 2,4-D tolerant bean that was sprayed with dicamba, I mean, it's really dicamba, the gift that keeps on giving, into the old new growth, and going to be detrimental to these beans. We're standing right at the variety split, and there's 16 rows of dicamba tolerant soybeans here and 16 rows of 2,4-D tolerant. And if we walk across this, I sprayed the first 3 rows on purpose, and as we move over, we can still see as the drift has come along, or the volatilization drift, whatever you would like to call it, we've got leaf damage on new growth well beyond the 12th row. You can still see, get zoomed in here, that leaf tip is pulled in. So the chemistry moved across, and like I said earlier, it's always going to be affecting our new growth, where 2,4-D is a growth regulator, but it really only affects the existing growth it touches, and eventually all the new growth won't show any signs. So we're row 3 here. You can tell that it did shorten these beans up a little bit. We get moved over, we're 5 rows over. We get down inside this leaf canopy, this bean canopy. You can see we did see a little bit of cupping down here, but really did not seem to set these beans back nearly as much as the dicamba has. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you guys found this information useful and somewhat interesting today. Josh Lamecker, Golden Harvest Agronomist. And until next time, have a good one.